Welcome, everybody, to Big Show on the FM. I'm Joey.
I'm Jackie.
Welcome, guys. You can see we've changed up our scenery a little bit. It's too cold.
A little cold out there.
Yeah.
It's a little wild in the hood this morning.
It really is.
Yeah, we saw some action outside a little bit ago, but we are safe indoors today off California Street.
And of course, right off of California Street is where we met our guest today that is joining us. A really good friend of the Big Show. You may have heard him back in the day on 98.7.
You have heard him.
La Grande. La Grande. That was back in the day. Ladies and gentlemen, I am excited. Please welcome our guest, none other, El Gallinazo himself, Joel Martinez.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? ¿Sabes qué? Vamos a hacer lo que hacíamos. Let's do what I used to say in the morning.
Yes.
Remember back in the day, by the way, Joel Martinez, or Joel Martinez, el primo de El Gallinazo de la Mañana. Back then it was 98.7 La Grande. And I remember I loved it because I would be like, ¡Ya levántate! Remember that one?
Every single morning.
Oh, my God.
That was our wake-up call every single morning, wasn't it?
If we weren't that awake, we needed to do something. So once we heard that, we're like, oh, we need to step it up, Jackie.
Right.
We are way too quiet at this studio. Joel, how have you been, my friend? How are you doing?
I've been amazing, man. I've been awesome. It's a pleasure, first of all, that you guys have invited me to this awesome podcast, man. It's beautiful.
We were excited that you said yes to joining us. You're someone we wanted on here, and we were like, Joel would be the person. We do call him a bunch of different Joeli. We always call him Joeli.
Yeah,
Joel.
there's a lot of names.
Joel.
Depending what the setting is,
Yes.
we're calling different names.
Yes.
But for those that are watching today, tell them a little bit about yourself.
Well, like I said, Joel Martinez, and now I stepped out a little bit out of the radio business. I'm a property manager. Should I say who I work for?
Yes,
go for it. Go for it.
Mesilla Valley Public Housing Authority. Un saludo, for everybody. A shout out, and it's been amazing. I've been working here in Las Cruces. I've been working in El Paso. I've also have done a little bit of a Christian radio in Español, and the same Spanish Christian radio that I had, también La Grande. But it's been amazing. I am excited of the things that God has brought me into my my world.
Yes.
Alongside waking people up, you mentioned the show that you guys would do on Sundays as well. I think that was something amazing to witness too, because you had your morning show, and then on Sundays to have this show and just the guests that you would invite. It was really awesome to see firsthand. I mean, yes, people were listening, but for us as people that were working behind the scenes to see it as well, kind of in person, that was really cool to see.
Yeah, it was exciting, and we had a lot of pastors, a lot of people that will come in and do also testimonies and stuff. It was amazing, man. It was called Camino Nuevo at La Grande 98.7 FM, and I loved it, man. It was amazing. It really changed my life, and I was doing it. I stopped actually this year doing it at another station, but I've been in and out of the radio and stuff, but I'm blessed, man. It's been amazing. It's been an amazing journey. I love it. I now love what I do, of course, also. And I love it.
That's awesome. Well, let's start from the beginning. So you used to be a DJ back in the day, not radio, but you were actually hosting parties, right?
Well, I've always been a DJ for parties, like you said. Back then, I remember. You remember Martin Cortez?
Yes.
Yeah, he invited me to the first annual. Back then, it was 98.7 Viva Vista. Remember? And he invited me to the first. First annual event of that station, and you know what? I said yes, but I came voluntarily and stuff, and I thank God for that opportunity, because from there, man, it was amazing. And one of the things that I really do tell my kids, and they're not kids anymore.
Yeah.
Which we found that out a little bit ago.
Yeah.
30?
30, no le digas. No, and I remember back in the day, they gave me the opportunity to come in and host that first annual Viva Vista, and it was Sammy Campos, it was Sara Holguin.
Sara Holguin.
Remember
yeah.
Sara Holguin? They invited me over, and Sara actually came to me that day and told me, "Hey, would you like to? I like your radio voice." I'm like, "I don't have a radio voice. I'm just a DJ." No. I would like for you to come and start something with us. But I think she did it on purpose because once I said yes and I offered myself like voluntarily, she's like, "You can start by washing all the vans." And I'm like, "What? Really? Wash all the vans?" "Yeah. Would you mind doing that?" But I think she was just testing me, Yeah. And I'm like, "You know what? Yes, I'll." And I would come and take the van, the Hot 103 van, and I would KGRT van and La Grande van, and I would go and do my thing and polish them up real nice and stuff, get them ready for the remotes and stuff, and that's how I started actually radio.
And then next thing you know, because I know there was a point in time there at the beginning. So I was doing Saturdays on Hot 103, and then you started doing Saturdays on La Grande.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how you and I kind of got familiar with one another. And
this is way before Jackie time.
and then,
Yeah.
Jackie, you and Jackie actually have some award-winning history together as well. So you guys want to talk about that? That's kind of cool.
That's right. We do.
You do. You guys.
NBA together, but I wasn't on the Grande.
No. They got them mixed up. Remember?
Yes, I hadn't even applied for tried to win an NBA, and all of a sudden it's like Joel Martinez and Jackie Marquez, and I'm like, wait,
no.
So this is how I find out Jackie cheated on me. I'm like, wait,
right?
You won without wait, what happened here? But it was so cool though to see that it was like crazy. But
that's right.
You are an award winner. As a matter of fact, La Grande with you at the commander of the ship. Actually, that became a station of the year at one point, if I'm not mistaken.
It did. And I was so blessed when they actually, I was selected for that award because I brought not only the best morning show of all the Southwest.
You and Jackie.
And but best reporter and best newscaster. Because I was doing also the newscast and I was doing all that, and I'm blessed. I'm blessed to have those on my shelf, and it's for me it's a blessing.
Yes.
It was amazing. I know that I don't. Maybe it's gonna sound weird, but sorry, but not everybody has those awards and stuff. So it was and it was back in 2013 that I had those awards. Man, I love them. I'm blessed.
You are definitely blessed.
Not a lot of people, like you said, not a lot of people can say that they have those awards, and you did it for a Spanish radio station.
Spanish radio station.
And that's fascinating too, because you think about the level of radio stations that compete for awards like that, and for it to be overall be selected a Spanish radio station, and especially for what you guys were putting into this radio station, I think it was just awesome.
Nomás por gritar.
I know. Apparently, we weren't yelling loud enough, so we needed to yell a little bit louder so that way they could hear us. You mentioned your kids. Your kids are they're not kids
they're
anymore.
Like full grown now, but I remember they were like so tiny when you were here. Tell us about your babies. These nice beautiful people have the privilege of knowing my family. My wife, Angela.
And
yes, we love her.
Priscilla, Joey, Angel. And they were just little kids running around the station and sleep in the couch. Remember, they would sleep they would sleep in the couch and stuff. And I was like, what? Oh my God. But they were back then, now I'm going to tell you right now, Angel married in February of this year.
Oh.
He's 20. Should I say it?
Yeah, say it. I know it makes us feel old, but
No, he's like 27.
Wow.
I think. Sorry, mijo, I can't remember.
He's around 27.
And then Joey married also in October. Joey married in October, and he's almost 30.
Wow.
So,
yeah,
¿cuántos años tienes, carnal? No.
I don't even want to say.
How old are you? No, fíjate que it's been a blessing. Joey now he's at a church. He worked for the church.
Nice.
And he's a music director, also producer. He's a producer, and they have really, put out themselves as musicians. Also, Angel, he's a junior assistant accountant.
Nice.
And stuff. So Priscilla, she's my daughter. I love her very much. She works for Memorial Medical. She's a medical assistant.
Wow.
So, yeah.
You must be so proud.
I am. It's a blessing to have a family, and especially that, they serve God.
Yes, exactly. You did your job.
I think so.
You and Angie did wonderful.
The family dynamic that you guys have is just so amazing. I mean, there's been times that we've run into you guys at Walmart or something, and then seeing you guys all together, it's just such
It's
a
always
beautiful
Sam's Club
thing.
for me.
Yeah.
I was with Angie at Sam's Club.
Walmart and Rinconada.
I know.
I run into Angie a lot. And I'm like,
me
hey, Angie,
too.
what's up? So, but no, and it's crazy because, it's that radio family that even after radio is done, we've all maintained, family. It's always great to when you see a phone ring and we're like, it's Pizza. He's calling. Joel's calling. We need to talk to him. And it's so great to talk to him. And Joel, I got to ask you, radio memories. What are some of your favorite radio memories?
Oh my gosh, man! All of the memories when I had that morning show, because that changed my entire life. Of course, all the Spanish celebrities that came through here, and we got to talk to them and we got to know them and stuff. It was amazing. But one of the times that I really was like, oh my God, that I couldn't believe it. I dropped to my knees and I thank God for that. Was when God gave me the privilege to get those awards, because to be on the shelf with a Jack Nixon, with all those high people on radio, I was like, oh my God. I cried, man. I cried so much, and I, like I told you, I just went down on my knees and thank God for that. That was one of the most exciting and awesome times. I really loved it. It's nothing in this world is gonna erase that memory. That
and
that accomplishment.
And very inspiring too, Primo, because you did a lot of stuff around, and I think it's one of those lead by examples too, because like you mentioned, washing the vans and the stuff that you would do just to get that few hours on the mic. I think oftentimes when we talk about radio, we don't talk about too often about the stuff we had to do to get here. I mean, we don't just go sit in a studio and say, "Hey, I'm a radio star."
No.
Yeah.
Oh no. It's all about. I think, and I want to say this. It's all about humility.
Yes,
Humility. Because why? You can't be, thinking that you're best than anybody else.
Yeah.
You gotta know that, you're gonna be there for a purpose and fulfill that purpose. And thank God, for that. Come in, do the. There was one time that Sara was trying to call a plumber or something like that. I'm like, hey, well, the toilet is all stuffed up, clogged up.
Oh, it was in there.
I'm like, Sara, do you want me to? No, I don't want to be. I don't want you to become my plumber. No, let me. And we were doing things like that.
Is this who you learned this all from?
It really is.
Joey does that for us now.
No,
trying to see a pattern.
It really is. I mean, I was just saying off the air before we started. I was like, I remember Joel when he was a property manager at some apartments on University. Joel would call me and says, "Hey, man, if you need some extra money, I need somebody that can come and clean apartments. If you can come do a good job for me, I'll keep calling you." I probably didn't do a good job. But he would still call and help out. And
did a good job.
Okay.
Are you sure? I was like, I don't think I did. But no, it's one of those things where it's like, it does have a lot of influence. I mean, I think you see someone do something and you say, you know what? If he's doing it, then there's no reason why I shouldn't be doing that as well. And I think it can become contagious if you see someone that works hard, that you want to work just as hard as them, because we work just as hard because of stuff that you've done. I mean, you talk about the NMBAs.
You paved the path. Yeah.
You talk about NMBAs. Jackie and I had that same moment when we won our first NMBA.
Yeah.
It was one of those moments where we're just like, can you believe it that this is happening to us? Like, thank God that
Well, I had
it
one
happened
before
to us.
you.
I know you were already one in.
Oh, well.
But it's one of those things where it can be that perfect example. And I mean, you set such a great example in everything that you do.
Oh wow, man! Thank you. I really don't. I never thought that. You thought about that.
You didn't know you were an influence to us?
No.
We talk about you a lot. We actually have Martin behind the scenes, and he has told us so many stories about listening to you growing up. And he asks questions about you, and his family used to listen to. And I love that, you still have that those memories in this community where people do ask about you still. How's Joel? How's Gallinazo? Am I saying it right?
Yeah, no. And it's like those things never go away.
No.
In time, a radio station may change, but those memories that these listeners have, that you made them feel a certain way when they were driving to work, and you had such a big influence in a large area. People that worked in Hatch, Deming, all the way up to almost Lordsburg. There's a lot of people that hey, ¿cómo está primo? And I'm like, yeah, primo's good. And it's just,
wow.
it's so cool.
Wow. One of the there was a call one time that it was weird. Okay. At the Gallinazo, and like, hey, primo, ¿cómo está? I'm like, I'm okay. ¿Cómo está usted? And they're like, lo estoy escuchando. They're like, oh, okay, ¿de dónde me escuchas? Where you listening from? And he's like, from Casas Grandes. I'm like, what? Okay. Casas Grandes? What do you mean? Chihuahua? Casas Grandes, Chihuahua? Yes. Cool. I can hear you when we are cloudy.
Oh, wow.
When it's cloudy, the signal comes perfect all the way to Casas Grandes. I'm like,
Wow.
Cool.
like, are you sure? Sí, primo. And back then we didn't use the online.
Yeah, we didn't have online.
We didn't have online and stuff, and the privilege now with the technology that you can go on the internet and you can transmit through the internet. Back then we didn't have that, so I was like, desde Casas Grandes, carnal. Oh my God, pues yeah, I would shout out to so from Casas Grandes, Chihuahua, and there was another time also that right now that we're saying all this, it was weird. I don't know why I went to Juarez to a doctor's appointment at one time, and I was remembering this, and I actually took from the bridge, to a doctor's office in the colonias.
Oh, wow.
Back then, and I had to record it. I had to record the show, and I was in Juarez. De repente, La Grande, blah 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 blah, like in the bus, the whole bus. ¡Ya levántense! I'm like, hey man, that's me. Like,
how did that feel?
It felt weird.
Yeah.
To listen to yourself in the morning, like a morning show. ¿Cómo está toda la gente? Un saludo, blah, all kinds of stuff. So I was like, oh my God. People actually listen to me.
So cool.
We often get that feeling too, because you're like, people are still listening to me. Okay, it's cool. And then for you to be right in the mix of it too.
Like, hey, I'm him. No.
That's so cool. Did you tell anyone that
No, I didn't.
You hit it?
No. How am I gonna? Hey, En el camión, no, come on, no.
You gotta just start standing in front of the bus. Here, I'm gonna go ahead and perform for you.
That's weird because the bus will go like.
Oh my gosh.
I remember that.
That is so cool.
Yeah, it was. Y luego there was a cumbia that came on, and the guy from the bus, jamming to the songs at La Grande.
That is so cool.
It was such an awesome time, and those were just such awesome memories, and the fact that we got to share it with you guys for the time, and then even with the Gallinazo, how the Gallinazo expanded, and then you then added a co-host at one point. You added Alejandra to the show as well.
Un saludo a Alejandra. Yeah, she was added to the Gallinazo de la Mañana. At one point, she was there for a short time, but yeah, she was there. She was, and she also made history for that radio station. Yeah. It was amazing.
She's really good. She's actually who was supposed to be on the NMBA with you, right?
Yeah,
I believe that was the wrong name they chose. Sorry, Ali. I love you.
We owe her one, so we have to put one on her. But
a miniature.
We'll put a little plaque over it.
But and even seeing it with Alejandra, it goes back to that. What we would see you do. Then you kind of saw the same out of her, because I started seeing her around the studio a lot, and it's like you were instilling that work ethic into people. So knowing that they were working just as hard as you, it's almost like they were trying to play catch up to you. Oftentimes, it's like, oh, if you're working hard, I need to work even harder just to catch up to what you're doing.
Oh my God. No, and I remember that she also got her own show. I mean,
that's right.
I think she got her afternoons or evenings. Her own show there here at La Grande 98.7 FM.
That's right.
It was amazing, man. Yes. It's an amazing journey. I can't stress enough. I thank God for this opportunity He gave me on that, it was amazing. And I remember when Mr. Lumeyer, I don't know if he's the podcast, but you know what? I remember I'm thankful, grateful for Mr. Lumeyer. Gave me also that opportunity for that morning show, because he even told me at one point when back, going a little bit back, and he's like, start thinking for a name for a morning show. I'm gonna put you on a morning show. Like, okay, and I started thinking, like gallinas, y luego like chickens and in the morning and eggs in the morning, and wait a minute, and I remember that show, that very famous show with Paco Stanley. It was a dance. It wasn't the show. It was a dance, El Gallinazo. And I'm like, El Gallinazo de la Mañana. Like, why not? So when I presented to Mr. Lumeyer, he's like, I like it. Yeah, I like it. Go ahead and do it. Cool. I'm like, okay. And I started implementing things, and I remember we had a La Perra Chumina.
Yes, right. I remember.
La Perra Chumina, remember? Yes. Cállate, Chumina. Chumina del demonio, stuff like that. And she would be barking. And another voice I implemented into Gallinazo was El Primillo. He would give the menu for the schools, the Las Cruces public schools, remember? And it was me, of course, doing the kid's voice, and all those things, man, experiences, and amazing.
Do you ever see Ellen around town, Ellen Lumeyer?
I have not seen Mr. Ellen Lumeyer.
I love running into him.
I wish I could talk to him. I just to see how he's doing and stuff. If you see this, hi. Saludos, canal.
Yes, he gave me my chance too, with the morning show.
He took a lot of chances on
us,
all of us, and it was good. I mean,
well, you did pretty good, Mr. Lumeyer.
You did. We miss
you. Before we wrap up, I know we've talked about so many memories, but we do this segment called Story Time with the Big Show. And figured if you have any story, any memories with us, maybe getting you in trouble. If you have any stories you want to share.
Did you get him in trouble?
No. Yeah.
Well, let me tell you about Joey.
Let's hear about Joey. Come on, let's sit back, drink our coffee.
No. You know what? I got nothing but good memories with you guys. Good memories, good times. we were, and I feel we were a family, and I believe that we're
We
still
are a family.
a family
Yes,
still.
we
You know,
are.
we never went apart or nothing like that. We've always been close and stuff. Jackie, Joey, amazing people.
Oh, thank you, Hoeli.
I have nothing but to bless you guys
Oh, thank
and
you.
continue doing what you're doing, because out of all the people that were at, and I'm going to say it, Radio Las Cruces, because that was back then, we came to Adams Radio, they have remained. And that means a lot.
Thank you, Hoeli. It means a lot.
So
I'm
I love
I
you
know
guys.
that.
I love you guys for what you do. Keep up the good work. I know that God has something better planned for you guys.
Thank you, Hoel. It means a lot coming from you. Thank you for being family, Hoel.
Well,
Thank you.
We are family.
You're so amazing.
family.
And yeah, if you ever want to go clean a van, we'll go help you.
I got a couple of cars in
We got this.
You want to start again?
Hey, it's still the same van.
I know. It is the same van.
I saw it.
I know
already.
the van only gets stronger.
It's going to see you. I miss you.
Primo. Only you can clean. Like, Joey and Jackie don't know how to clean at all.
I started with my scream. "Talla las llantas!"
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much for joining us and being on the
Thank
show.
you.
We
Thank
appreciate
you guys. Thank you for this opportunity, and thank you to your listeners and all the team. Amazing. You have an amazing team.
Oh my gosh, it's we can probably go on forever, and just there's even some stories that we probably can't tell.
Yeah.
We'll leave the catching a table on fire for another day. That's a whole nother story. Guys, this has been, of course, another episode of Big Show on the FM. Thank you so much for tuning
That's
in.
right. I want to thank 633 Studios, Leo Sanchez. Thank you so much. He's the mastermind behind this.
That's right. He's the one that's making us look good right now.
Right.
Remember, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, Big Show on the FM. Don't forget to also follow us on Instagram, Facebook. Stay up to date with us on all the latest that we have going on with the Big Show. Again, Big Show on the FM. Subscribe on YouTube, and you can also listen to this episode on Spotify as well. Again, this is the Big Show on the FM. Thank you so much for tuning in.